You know, I really was not about to come do an update on my 2022 goals, but I said I couldn't do y'all like that. Let me come and talk about these goals. So, this is what happened. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Elena of Financialdemics. I like to talk about the foundations of personal finance. So, your budgeting, your savings, you're making a little extra money, paying off debt. But we're back and we're going to talk about these 2022 money goals that I told you all about back in March. I wanted to provide you with the update on where I landed. If you don't remember what my goals were, I will link them here. I'll also talk about it, but just know that I started late on my goals. I didn't start on my 2022 goals until March because I was heavily focused in the beginning of the year on passing my CPA exam. And so once I finished those exams, my last one was in January, and then I had to wait on the results. Then I started my goals for the year. So I gave you an update back in June. Truthfully, I still have a few more months to go if I do it for a full year, but I do want to come back and talk about it since we just started a new year, right? So let's go over my goals and talk about what happened, what I succeeded in, what I didn't succeed in. So my first goal was to pay off my kids' car. And with that goal, I failed. And truthfully, well, yeah, I failed because there's still a balance on the car. But truthfully, I literally could pay off a car like right now. I just have not. And as I reflected on this goal, I knew this about myself already. It's something that I typically struggle with. And I think I've brought it up before in previous videos, but I really haven't dug deep into it. I have an issue pulling money from my savings. So this year, we've had a lot happen this year, from just, regular like emergencies, to some maintenance issues like car maintenance, to like a medical emergency, where that happened near the end of the year. My kid plays sports and got injured at a practice. He actually goes to school far away from here, which is not exactly like, the doctors are not exactly in our network. So when he got injured from that particular situation, I kind of pulled back completely on paying off the car, because if you don't know anything about insurance and how that works, when you're out of network, it can be a lot. And since my husband recently changed jobs, I know a little bit about the policy. Normally I'm into the policy, I know all the coverages and things like that, but me and my husband end up changing jobs around the same time. Is a lot happening. So I don't really know the details. And so I basically pulled back on it because I didn't know what the bills were going to look like once, like insurance paid their portion. Because my son is out of network where he goes to school, we also pay through his tuition for him to have like health insurance through the school. When I talked to them, they were like, it had to go through our insurance first, excuse me? I was like, so annoyed. So it's a crazy thing where it's like it has to go through their insurance first, or our insurance first, then it goes through the school's insurance, and then it goes through the athletic association's insurance. It's a very crazy thing. And so for me, hearing all of that, knowing some of the specialists that were involved, I just really wanted to pull back for a second and make sure that we could cash flow those medical bills, because I wasn't sure what they were going to look like. So that's what I did. So I have not made any extra payments besides I already pay over the payment when I make the monthly payment. I kind of have set my head what the monthly payment is, even though it's not the monthly payment. And so I make that payment, but I haven't made any additional payments over that since that happened. That happened near the end of the year in November. So that was part of it. And so that also kept me from making that big payment that I was supposed to make those last 2 months, which would have put me in a great space. Also, I realized just in looking back at the numbers, all the payments I made, getting back to the whole not wanting to take money out of my savings, there were other emergencies that happened, as I mentioned, that I literally cash flowed instead of pulling the money from where I saved for it. I don't know why I'm like this. It's something I have to work on. It's something I'm actually going to work on this year, because it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, literally, I will figure out how to cash flow something and not pull the money out of savings. I just have a thing about having money in savings. Even if it's a sinking fund, I just like to leave it in there. I think I mentioned on a previous video about my son having like car maintenance, and I set up a sinking fund from that for that. And the last two things that need to be done, I cash flowed it. I did not pull it from the sinking fund. But anyway, so that's where we're at with the car. Okay, got to change batteries. Wait a minute. All right, new battery, here we go. So yes, I need to work on that. So we are going to pay off the car this year. We have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to make it happen. I have a complete plan, which I'll talk about it in the video talking about my 2023 goals. So that I could kind of get out of my head and kind of force some things to happen here. Okay, so my next goal, I'm looking down at my iPad because I had to write those goals down to see what I said, because I kind of forgot, because I kind of set my goals and then I kind of set a plan and then I go from there, but you know. Sometimes I deviate clearly from the plan. The next thing I was supposed to do was start my full push again back to paying off my student loans. But that was all dependent upon what is going on with the student loan payments and the student loan payments and interest pause. And because it's still paused, and it's paused now to June, I'm sure everybody knows, then I'm not working on that. What I have been doing is I did continue saving my student loan payment. So in a way, this is a win. I continue saving my student loan payment. It is in a separate account, savings account, and that money is there. So I did continue doing that. So I guess we'll consider that a win. Woohoo! You know what I'm saying? So I have been doing that, but I do not plan on making a payment on my student loan until literally like right before it's supposed to start. And so that's where we are with that. But I do have something I'm going to change going forward, and I'll talk about that in my 2023 goals video. Okay, and then the last thing that I was supposed to do was to trade. I have invest here, but I specifically remember is trading, because I already invest. I invest in my 401k. I have a Roth IRA. I have other investment accounts that I personally own, so we consider it after tax investing. So I already do that, but I was really trying to hone in on trading and learning how to trade basically I want to trade options. That's basically what I want to eventually do, just to have that skill under my belt, because I already know how to, I know how to invest, I know how to research stocks and things like that, but I just wanted to start trading. So I was trading a little bit. In my last update, I told you that I took Terry's challenge at the beginning of last year. I wanted to buy her course by third quarter, but when the whole medical situation went down, I was I wasn't pulling money from savings, and I was not spending money. Literally, I was kind of shutting everything down. So that didn't happen either. But I have still been using the simulator. I've been putting money into my trading account. If you see my budget videos, that's that extra $100 that I actually show you that I actually invest. That the rest of the money y'all don't really see, but you do see that $100, and that goes into my trading account because I'm just playing around in there for now. So that's what I did with that. And I would say that, I still honed in on my skills. It wasn't exactly the way I wanted it to be, where I took Terry's class and really kind of like feel extra confident about it. But we're getting there, and hopefully, I'm not gonna say hopefully, I expect for, the coming year to be a better year and that I'm able to actually do what I wanted to do in the first place. That's how I did on my money goals. I would say that, 2 out of 3 is not bad. I'm still annoyed that I didn't pay off the car. But I have to be smart about it. So if you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Make sure you check out the last video that I posted, which will be right here, and I will see you next time with an all new video.